So this is a former Iraqi BRDM-2 SA-9 Gaskin. It's been in a pretty bad state inside. However, it is, with the anti-aircraft version, very interesting and very complete. So you've got the navigational device for that would relay if a known aircraft position is nearby from a commanding vehicle. It would have indicators here and here for highlighting which direction the turret needs to rotate, and degrees azimuth as to where the turret's facing, where the vehicle's facing, or where the vehicle position needs to go to. This is all relayed from the GPS device in the commander's position of the vehicle. You have the gunner sight, which works quite well, and you also have the backup iron sight, effectively, with the controls. It's got two turret control mechanisms. I can't remember which way around the buttons work. That's handle on both sides of you for lifting up and down. I just can't remember the orientation between opening up rocket pod doors and launching missile and spinning up the applying a current to the missile, which is usually done through this box. Here is the main launch control box for I guess all Soviet thermal missile systems. You have the different control systems for the power supply, ventilation, and the main master power control board for the turret. You have locking handle for the turret mechanism, and yeah, I'm still working out some bits for like the manual wind up, wind down of the actual launching rockets, because if you see the vehicle from the outside, the missile is pretty much just pointing straight up. But yeah, it's a pretty complete vehicle for moving around in the turrets. To rotate the turret, you have these bars that, to get in and out, you drop them down, you pull them up, and then you just rest your leg against it. You have one on the other side as well, and then you just walk your feet from one side to the other side, pushing against this to rotate the turret, and then lifting up and down. And you're just basically moving these joysticks up and down. They only go up and down. They don't go left and right, just up and down for moving the rockets up and down. So it's a lot of manual control in the vehicle, but yeah, still very interesting, very complete in terms of setups. Yeah. So on top of the BRDM-2, you have these two weights here, which are counterweights. The long shafts you would have seen underneath the back of the turret. Counterweights for the turret mechanism when it's folding back over. You can see they're mounted to these brackets here, which is mounted to the turret system. So you have this panel here, which I'm not too sure what's behind it, and the lower part of the turret, which again, not too sure what's in this compartment, if anything. Control lever down to the bottom, and it looks like you have some more balance counterweight strings that disappear into this cabinet. So maybe counterweights again? Not too sure. So to lock the turret in place, or to lock it up, there's a little rotary disc under there. You see a pin there which should be connected to, it's connected to one on the other side, and that's controlled by a rotary turn on the top that only lets it to be released when this is down there. So this lever up here above the gunner's head is the one that this is the action mechanism for unlatching the turret to be able to drop it. And I'm assuming from the controls that using these handles on a chain link at the back, that's how you then lift and lower it, which go into the gearbox behind the chair and this panel behind my head. Another note I was going to add was you have this pedal here on the floor. That's for opening and closing the engine hatches in the back ahead of a missile launch. So just before you launch, you just stamp the pedal and the engine covers in the back drop down. mostly for the vehicle. Mostly it's meant for when the turret's in this position, because otherwise the backblast will blow the end or probably stall the engine. So you stamp on that, close the engine air vents, launch the missile, and then once you release, the vents come back open again. But it's only really a thing when the pods are facing this way. Otherwise, in any other position, you don't need to push that button. Give me in the turret position to see how compact it is and how difficult it is to actually show you what's in and around inside the turret control, because there's loads of handles, levers everywhere all around the head, and there's barely any space to move. But yeah, it's quite interesting.